Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am the Disc Golf Nerd, and it's time for some more Mailcall plastic show and tell unboxing without the boxes. We have new stuff from Legacy. We have stuff from a new company in Wild Discs. We have a disc from my teammate KK, and we also have some brand new plastic from NSH Custom Discs. All that and more. So stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. I will give the appropriate shout outs as we go along, as always, and we're going to start off with this disc from KK, and it is a Gateway Devilhawk. KK is a YouTuber. She has a really active Instagram account rather, and she is also a teammate of mine on Team Upper Park. She announced that she was going to do a run of her own custom stamped discs, and the Gateway Devilhawk was one that was missing from my Overstable Approach disc video, so I wanted to have one represented in that collection from my Overstable Approach disc video. And you know, I told you guys I was done. I thought I was done.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Then I got this, and then I started testing the stuff from Wild Discs, and then I found out they have one of their own called the Angler. So I had to have one of those as well. So we're not quite done collecting Overstable Approach discs, but it's going to be a lot of fun when we do finally get them out to throw them. So the Devilhawk has a thumb track, very, very flat topped, and has a little bit of scoop right there. And it's got the bead. This one is nice max weight. Grippy. It's got that kind of velvety plastic that is very common from baseline stuff from Gateway. Good feel. Definitely a nice grip. No, a little bit of flashing on this one, but nothing too bad. Feels fine in the hand. And yeah, so big thank you to KK. Definitely check out her YouTube account, her Instagram account. Follow along with what she's up to. Just a super, super positive person, putting out a lot of great vibes out there, and I appreciate her hooking it up here and doing some cross promotion on the channel. Try not to leave you guys with too much blank space, but I'm always talking in transition, so I don't know what to really do about that. Okay, we're going to put some of this new NSH plastic in front of you here, and I'm going to tell you about an accessory that I actually got to test recently. A lot of you saw my video. I actually did pretty well, I think, in terms of view counts for the Mojoh Ryzer. Basically a bag riser, attaches to the bottom of your bag and provides a set of feet for your bag to sit up on top of. They collapse and tuck underneath when you're not using them, and pretty nifty unit overall. I have a full video on it on the channel, so I don't want to go into too much, but as a new piece of gear that I have brought into the inventory, I wanted to shout it out here on the unboxing video as well. Of course, for all this stuff, check the links in the description to check out all the different stuff that I talk about in this video. Okay, next we have some plastic from NSH Custom Discs. We have the Baby Defiant. This is a miniature, shrunken down version of my signature disc, the Defiant. It is bored flat, really interesting rim shape. He surprised me with this pretty cool Venom look on this one. Really, really sick. And yeah, it's just a miniature replica. You can use it as a mini, but mostly it's just going to be for fun to throw around on the course. Only threw it a couple times and it was a little breezy for a disc like this, but I'm excited to continue to play around with it out there on the course. I'll get some Instagram footage or something on that soon, I'm sure. And then we also have a brand new disc from NSH Custom Discs. This is the 1701, which is an extremely understable, fast distance driver. So if you guys are not familiar, just a quick refresher. NSH Custom Discs, one of my main sponsors at this point. I'm using the Defiant, my signature Defiant. I carry the Nexus and the Mr. Putt at various times as well. And overall, they've just been really supportive. I've been helping them out with various things, and I actually have a coupon code with them now that you can use to help support the channel. It's the exact same coupon code as it is for Upper Park. Disc Golf Nerd 10, and you get the same benefit, 10% off anything you order. Does not count for the Team Series stuff and the Signature Defiant, since that's already signature stuff that already gets a percentage out to the player it's helping, whether it's me or the other team members. But then, yeah, any of the stock stuff you can order, get 10% off with my code. So yeah, 1701, really, really flippy. You can see it's got that low parting line, and it is a wide rim distance disc. This one actually has a thermoplastic rim, so it changes color. If I were to run this under the hot tap water and then it gets cold, it changes color rapidly. I'll put in a clip of that so you can see how that looks. And then it has the clear top on there as well. Good looking disc. This one has some texture on the surface as well. This one really intrigued me because this one's gummier and softer than any of the other NSH discs that I've tried. And this particular blend of material already is making me think about doing a special run of soft Defiance. Defiance with this really gummy material. I think that would be kind of cool. And yeah, still very, very understable. So this is going to be a Tailwind Bomber disc that's going to still ride to the right for you before coming back a little bit in a strong tailwind. Lower wind conditions, flips up easy and rolls over, so you can kind of start it on hyzer and still get it to roll potentially if you hit it hard enough. Also can get it to kind of roll up and hold a turnover. It's going to be like a really fun kind of flippy trick shot type disc, but could also be a great distance disc for people with lower arm speed and who just don't put a ton of energy on their throws. Also, possibly a little birdie may have told me that we may be seeing a more overstable version of a high-speed distance driver like this from NSH coming out very soon as well. Okay, moving right along, we have the Prototype Rebel from Legacy. Big shout out to Legacy for hooking it up, sending me more plastic to test and review, show off on the channel. They sent me some of the Phenoms last year that were really nice. We really enjoyed testing those, so I was happy to check out some new stuff from them as well. These are particularly cool as well because they're legitimate numbered prototypes. This one's 200 of 200, which is sick. I'll probably try to keep this one in my collection for sure. And really nice disc so far. It is a stable to kind of slightly overstable beaded putter. Reminds me a bit of like the Penrose, I would say, but it has a little bit of a bigger bead, but somewhat similar actually. You know what? Where do I have I have a Penrose handy. Let me grab one out real fast. I can do that. It's my show. This is what we do. Bada bing, Penrose, there it is. As promised. Let's throw it up next to that. Okay, so yeah, you can see there's some differences there, but overall similar vibes. Anyway, so yeah, similar design to the Penrose, I'd say, and pretty similar in terms of flight as well. Pretty stable to slightly overstable. It'll flex out. Pretty flat top on this guy as well. Kind of average depth, not too shallow or too deep. Maybe a little bit more on the deeper side in terms of feel. And yeah, holds a hyzer really strong. Will flex out of a little bit of an anhyzer. Will hold flat very well. And I think it would be a disc that breaks in really nice as well. Because it starts out with that good stability. So you got a lot of wiggle room in there in terms of how much you can break it in before it gets too flippy on you. So yeah, we'll probably test these some more out there. But either way, I got you some flights to take a look at there. Definitely go take a look if you're interested in a new stable to overstable beaded putter from Legacy out there in California. And finally, rounding it out, we have some plastic from Wild Discs. We have the Cole Redallen Sea Otter. This one's in the lava plastic. This one is in a more baseline plastic called Landslide. This is the one that I've tested so far. A gentleman named Micah reached out to me. I'll put his Instagram handle below as well. And he was the one who kind of reached out to get the ball rolling with this. I'm always happy to test some new plastic from a new company I haven't tried before. And yeah, really enjoying it so far based on what I've tried. And we'll get into that in just a second. We also have the Addax Reborn. So from what I understand, they had some molds that were made elsewhere, and now they're kind of re-releasing newer, updated versions of them with newer manufacturing. These are made by MVP, along with some of their other molds. Oh, hitting my lighting. And then these are actually molded by Yikun. So really high quality molding on both sides of it and really great plastic types. This one is the one that I've tested here. The flight numbers on the Addax Reborn 5501. I would say those are pretty close. I would maybe put this one at a 2. It's pretty stable. You'll see I can throw it and flex it over. And yeah, if I throw it on hyzer, it holds it really strong. And it definitely is a little bit more stable than I was expecting continually throughout the process of testing it. But I'll give you a look at the design here. The design kind of reminds me of, it's hard to say, maybe a little bit like a Gobi, because it's a little bit shallower. It doesn't have a lot of mass to the outside edge there, but a comfortable feel in the hand. It's kind of like bursty plastic. I'm not 100% sure what they call this. Let me go take a look at that real fast. I have it pulled up on my phone over here so we can get an idea. Even I can't keep track of all this stuff, guys. There's way too many different names for all these plastics and stuff. So yeah, we have, I believe this one is called Meteor. It's kind of proton-ish, translucent. And then this one is Lava Flare. So this is the one I've tested. I'm not throwing this one yet. I'll definitely be doing that at some point. And let's talk about the Sea Otter finally here. I've not thrown this Colruyt Allen Lava one yet, but I can already tell it's probably a little bit more understable and a little bit more floaty perhaps. It's got more of a dome to it for sure, considerably so. This one has almost like an indented puddle top. That feels really nice though. This orange one is a phenomenal color for a golf disc as well. And the shape of this thing is very similar, as you can see, to the Pure. And if you're going to copy a solid beadless putter that flies great for throwing and for putting, the Pure is a good one to kind of base a mold around. So the Sea Otter, definitely a solid disc. This one here feels really, really nice in the lava plastic. And I definitely am interested to see how this one compares. But again, I expect it to be a little straighter overall, maybe have a little bit more float. This one here is very straight up to speed, but it does have some fade. It holds a little sweep hyzer pretty good and can fly on some different angles and stuff. So I'll definitely be continuing to test this orange one for sure. Throw this in the bag for the next few rounds at least and see how it does. But yeah, very similar to the Pure, which is an awesome disc that I typically bag on and off depending on the course that I'm going to. This thing definitely has similar vibes to that, which I like a lot. But this plastic feels really nice. It's got just a bit of flexibility to it, bit of give, but a little bit of a rubbery feel, probably somewhere along the lines of like a Latitude medium or so. 174 grams on this one. You can see it's marked Sea Otter on the bottom. Also, Wild Discs, I'm quite sure they donate a percentage of their profits to wildlife organizations as well. And all the discs are named after animals that are endangered and stuff like that. So, pretty cool stuff. So, that is it for this video. Thank you once again to Wild Discs and Micah for reaching out and hooking it up. They are also going to be sending me their overstable approach disc, the Angler, coming up soon. That'll be my next month's unboxing video, and then we'll be alongside the KK approved Gateway Devilhawk and probably 25 plus other flat topped overstable approach molds. Thank you once again to my teammate KK for killing it out there, always being a positive force out there for disc golf and doing her thing, and for hooking me up with a sweet Devilhawk to show off here on the channel. Shout out to NSH Custom Discs, one of my main sponsors, for their continued support, making stuff unlike anything else on the market. And of course, Legacy Discs out there in California. Shout out to them as well. Link in the description to all of this stuff. Thank you very much for your continued support. Shout out to my Patreon support team. You guys are amazing. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Cheers.